Well, welcome to episode 15 of Low Tide. I actually filmed most of this stuff yesterday. Yesterday was 4th of July, and it crossed my mind when I did like a reality type thing back in college called American Asshole, and like it was done over 4th of July weekend, and yesterday I filmed over 4th of July weekend, so that brought me back a little bit. But I figured I'd do the beginning and end caps today, just so that just so I didn't have to film everything at once and get into the whole editing aspect. Anyway, this is a very, very special episode of Low Tide. A couple weeks ago, I got a message on Facebook from a very dear friend of mine who I've known for, God, who knows? He'll probably know the details better than me. But like he's one of my best friends, goes all the way back to like the MySpace days, at least 16 years, maybe more. And a couple weeks ago, I get a message from him on Facebook, and he's like, Matt, I can't stop thinking about Low Tide. My friend Dan sends this to me. And, him and I have had a lot of similar tastes. He's also a writer. And we both collected comics back in the 90s and things like that. And so, he told me that he wanted to send me something. Something for Low Tide. And I got this big priority mailbox, and it was stuffed to the brim. I mean, this thing is had to weigh and probably 10 pounds. I don't know, but I told him, whatever he sends me, you send it and I'll open it. And I'm telling you, this is my favorite package I think I've opened in years. And especially now that times are so hard or whatever, it's really nice to open up something personal. And so yesterday I had decided I was going to finally get around to filming Dan's package. I could have filmed it earlier in the week, but realistically I had this was one of those weeks where 2020 really felt like it was out to get me. And so I had sliced my thumb open just a couple days ago, so I ended up putting on glove on this hand yesterday to make sure I didn't get any blood on the comics or anything like that. And yesterday I didn't dress up like this. I thought I'd dress up a little bit festive because, we're in the middle of summer. We just passed 4th of July and everything, but yesterday, I wasn't really much wearing anything. I wasn't even wearing a glove on this hand, But, for continuity's sake, let's just pretend that this is all happening at once. So yesterday I had filmed it, and I decided that, all my other episodes tend to be 20 minutes long, and I'm just opening up around 10 comics at a time, and you guys see this thing. It's just a ton of comics here. And so I ended up using my little Canon as this is my what I use for field. Well, what I was going to use for field work. If I take it to conventions or anything like that. Okay, and I'm not really well versed on this particular camera because I got it for cheap. So I was going to use this yesterday to film it, and I did, but I completely messed up the opening of it. So I had to work with what I had, but I got the whole thing filmed out. So we're going to go through that. But yeah, there's a ton of comics here. So let's just do this then. Well, I'm going to do my best to work with what I have here. I have this little cheap camera, and it's not cheap, it's just older, and there's a lot of comics here. I mean, like, typically I only do about 10 comics for a mystery box, and here Dan sent me this entire box by a pound. So, like, this is only one stack, and I've not looked at any. I've done my best to avoid looking at any of it. This is kind of this is pretty much in the order that it came in. So what we have here, we'll start this out, and I've been telling Dan that I've been wanting to turn my vest into a battle jacket. So he's sent me a Merciful Fate patch, which is fantastic because King Diamond is one of my favorite singers of all time. So this will be going on my vest. So that'll be the first patch for my battle vest. And yeah, let's see what we got here. Yeah, Star Wars. Sorry about that. There's neighbors outside doing whatever. I can't understand what the hell's going on. Dan, he said he sent me some other stuff other than comics. But yeah, it's Star Wars. Actually, it's the original Star Wars stuff. So, yeah, I'll find a place for it. I'll find a place for this stuff. I told Dan when he sent me this box that, I will keep everything he sends me. And I'm very pleased to have it. So, these are like little postcards of the posters. And, I've talked about Star Wars on my site, Rude Planet, before. So, like, if you look up on my website, you'll see, it's like I know a lot of people bitch about Star Wars and won't shut up about it and will dedicate their entire YouTube channel to Star Wars. I don't get that. It's time to fucking move on, but whatever, anyway, so I got some Star Wars stuff from Dan, which is actually I've not seen this image before, so it's all really good. So here we're going to get into there's a couple other things I forgot about. So he sent me Twilight Zone CD. This is the Bernard Herrmann soundtrack, so that's fantastic. So, yeah, definitely. And then David Lee Roth. Everybody had this album back in the day. Everybody had it. Yeah, look at that. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the car. So, let's get right to it. And like I had mentioned the other day, a couple episodes back, that I was starting to collect on Marvel Comics Presents. So, yeah, it's a good start. Marvel Comics Presents, number 136. It's got some, corners or whatever, but, I read these things, so it's all good. And X-Men 310. Sandman. Which issue is this? Number 63. I am working on a Vertigo run, so I definitely like that. X-Men 321. This is I had already moved on from Marvel when around that, long before then. So Uncanny X-Men 230. Is that long shot on the cover? Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is back when the writing was okay. I never collected mutants, so Days of Future Past reprint. Okay, I should read that again. And then What If Wolverine Battled Weapon X? Yeah, I want to collect more What If. So here's another What If. What If Phoenix rose again? I saw this in somebody's mystery box last week or so. Forget who had it, but it's Pretty cool. Predator Race War, Dark Horse Comics. Marvel, Disney got Predator and Alien. So that means all Predator and Alien's probably going to be PG-13 from now on, so get used to it. Who's the artist on that? But, yeah. X-Men 300. That's a famous cover. Everybody had that back in the day. Look how shiny it is with all the foil. They printed so many of these. This is, yeah, I'm really happy. Oh, shit. There's some more X-Men. Dan, I love you. I mean, like, we all collected X-Men back in the day. We really did. Everybody who collected comics back in the 90s collected X-Men. So, yeah. Dan told me that when he was sending me this box, that he sent me the very first comic he ever purchased, and here it is. It is the Uncanny X-Men number 245, and it's the newsstand copy too. And you know what's funny is that this issue makes fun of the Alien Alliance series. And the Alien Alliance, first issue of Alien Alliance, has a fantastic cover. And it's one of these, it was probably one of the covers that got me interested in comics in the first place. I never even really thought about it too much. And Comic Fu got a copy of it in a mystery box, or he either got it in a mystery box or he picked it up at the LCS or something. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of synchronicity there. But I think, like, Jean Grey is, like, naked in this one, too. I think that's what Dan pointed out. I know that there's, there's, like, a couple issues in X-Men where I think, like, Storm gets naked or something, too. Who cares? Like, you know, it's like, you know, back in the day, you know, everybody had all this stuff. And this is, you know, like, this is a piece of Dan's history, so I'm really, this is, you know, going in my collection to never leave again. So, yeah, and I got this out of a mystery box from Comic Vantage a couple weeks back, about a month back or so. And, yeah, so that's the second copy I have of that. Yeah, I remember this issue, I think. As I said, I don't collect mutant stuff, but I'm going to keep everything Dan sends me. Number 229. X-Men Classic. This is like this is a reprint. And then Uncanny, this one, the older issues, number 159. I remember that. And then Wolverine, number 75. Look at that. See that? This is like all the gimmicky shit that Marvel used to do. The Marvel Comics presents Weapon X number 684 or 84. You know, that's one of the reasons why I quit. You know, I had already bailed on Marvel, and when they revealed that Wolverine had bone claws, and it was like it's so stupid. I like the idea that, you know, Wolverine's claws were, like, you know, part of, like, the Weapon X program and not, you know, another stupid fucking mutation. So anyway, that's another rant that, you know, if you want to know anything about my, hey, look here. So we got the first appearance as Firestar. It's got some spine rolling. Yeah. Amazing Friends I used to watch all the time when I was a kid. But yeah, it's the first appearance of Firestar. That's awesome. So thank you very much. Gambit and the Eternals. I don't know who did that. I don't quite like that artwork that much. Alright, so Captain America 300. You know, I used to collect Captain America at the tail end of my collection, right before Heroes Reborn. And this is earlier than Heroes Reborn. But up until Heroes Reborn, I collected the Lost stuff, including Captain America. And I think I had this issue, and that cover's just awesome. That's just awesome. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, Dan. Oh, fuck, you're going to make me read X-Men. Yeah, X-Men, that's the... X-Men number 16. I remember Executioner's song. That's about the time I stopped. Yeah, as I said, everybody collected X-Men back then. That's just the way it was. So we gotta move this. X-Men number 26 and X-Men Deluxe. All things ending. I have. It's number 41. Okay, as I said, I don't know. Uncanny X-Men number 298. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think I'd ever have an X-Men collection again. So Dan, I have an X-Men collection. As I said, they're all going in my collection, and they're never going to leave. So, all right, Wolverine. We have Wolverine something. I have no idea. That's definitely later. Not my thing. X-Men and the Micronauts. They did a lot of these X-Men crossovers back in the 80s. And Micronauts are being turned into a movie, I think, by Hasbro. And Tug. Hey, Tug, you asked me about Micronauts. Well, that's pretty close. I got a Micronauts in the issue. And Wolverine Save the Tiger. Look at that Sam Keith artwork. See, when it comes to I didn't like Wolverine that much, but when it came to to artwork, I did love Sam Keith's work. I just love how expressionistic it is, and it's just very uniquely him. Anyway, gotta move along. All right, so what if Wolverine had married Mariko? So we're getting some what ifs in this collection, which is great. It's really fucking great. And then we have Executioner song, Uncanny X-Men 295. So I really never cared for crossovers, and I remember I had some of the Executioner song stuff, but yeah, that was at the tail end of my collecting. So all right, we got to move on to the next pile here, so let me go ahead and stop this now. So that was the first stack, and so for continuity's sake, let's just pretend that this is all happening at once. So I will put these aside so I have something to edit against. And so here's the second stack. So we're going to start from here. Okay, so now we have the second pile of Dan's stash here. So I did the second one because I saw that there was bags and boards, so I figured those were probably his more important issues, so I'd do this pile second. But anyway, let's see what we got going on here. It's just bag and board. So X-Men number 3. I already have X-Men number 1 and 2. Yeah, that's the Jim Lee stuff. This run was so soap opera-y. It's like Uncanny X-Men had its moments, especially Chris Claremont, but it got so soap opera-y. And so yeah, and here we have X-Men number 5, second appearance of Omega Red. And there it is. If you go back, okay, stop. If you go back, here's a clip from, I think, episode 3 or episode 4, so roll it. I know that a lot of people recently have been, specking the hell out of the first appearance of Omega Red in X-Men number 4. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go to any reputable dollar bin in any local comic book shop in the country and not find at least 4 or 5 copies of the first appearance of Omega Red. As I said, everybody had this issue, and right now it's trending because speculators drive up prices, and so I think it's going for $30. But yeah, is this more Jim Lee? Yeah, that cover is not bad. In fact, action on it's pretty good. Yeah, I see the appeal of it. this era of X-Men, I understand the appeal of it, but like it got so old. And like, as I said, the regular, not Uncanny X-Men, regular run of X-Men is so soap opera. I just really, anyway, I got back and, fuck, Dan. Oh, fuck. You're gonna make me bag and board. Okay, so, Uncanny X-Men, number 297, Songs End. So I take it that is, Executioner's song. And then, God, look at this artwork. Just look at that face. Yeah. And look at the, is that Sabretooth? Yeah, look at Sabretooth. Yeah. So this is X-Men number 328, Uncanny X-Men number 328. I was totally gone. Yeah, Dan, I wanted to tell you that when I pulled these out of the box, there was a piece of a cover had got stuck to the inside of the box, so I take it it's this one. But like these were like some classic covers though. It's number 177. Yeah, that's some classic stuff. I'm gonna keep it. So, and this is X-Men Annual, Uncanny X-Men Annual number 12, and I just got the slab from the baller box, my first baller box. Not really worth anything, but it's Chris Claremont, first appearance of X-Babies, so I got a reader copy. And then we got another X-Men Annual. This is X-Men Annual number 15, 1991. So, pretty cool. I gotta move it. Okay, X-Men number 15, Executioner song. What is this? Beyond Video, the new drag. Yeah. Okay, Executioner song. X-Men number 48. Cover's not bad. Don't know. So, giant size Annual X-Men number 9. That's a homage to Journey into Mystery number 1. Storm is Thor. Pretty cool. I vaguely remember the cover, but I don't remember reading it. So X-Men number 2, and I have this. I don't think I have the newsstand edition. So yeah, newsstand, for those who don't know comics, newsstand means that this is the kind of issue that you'd find in a gas station, or you'd find like if you were to go to a comic book shop, you'd have the direct one, which would have no barcode. But if you went to a gas station, picked up your comics or places like that, you'd have a barcode. So that's a newsstand. So that cover, this cover stands out, and I remember I had a copy of this too. So like that's actually this is the kind of issue that I would buy for myself today, even though I hate mutant books. So, and that's number 185. That's nice. So we got Uncanny X-Men Annual number 17. Where walks the Executioner? Look at this. Look at these expressions. Yeah. I don't know who that artist is, but it's total artwork. This is artwork. Okay, so Uncanny X-Men 293. Okay, Dan, you got me. You've seen me bitch about X. Yeah, I could tell there's another book on here because it's thick. And you've heard me bitch about X-Men and mutants, so I guess you got me to hold him onto yours. Folks at home, he kept his Punisher and stuff like that, so I think you got. Okay, so we got another Jim Lee artwork, X-Men number 11. I like that cover though. I do like that cover. Don't know. The regular X-Men, as I said, just the writing on this was just really But X-Men number 13. So I got a pretty big X-Men number 14. There's Apocalypse on the cover. There it is. The biggest selling comic book of all time, 8 million copies. And there's like 4 or 5. And there's there were 4 of them. I could tell folks at home, they see me flipping this up, it's because it's thick. I could tell that was double bagged, so I got at least 2 of the copies there. So that's cool. I haven't had a copy in a while. So X-Men Classic. This is like the older stuff reprinted. And oh, there it is. Dan told me this was in here. First appearance of Cable, second print, gold copy. You know, it's funny, for the longest time, this was a dollar bin book. Back in the 90s, this was a comic that was like, in the 90s, this was like a comic that went up to be worth like, you know, $100. And then, you know, after the comic book crash, this comic dropped. The first print of this, you know, dropped, and you could find it in dollar bins and shit. And now everybody's buying comics books again because there's a lot of millennial money. The first print of this is back up to 100 again, so I don't know. There's so many of them out there. I don't know why people spend so much money on comics that aren't really rare. They're not rare, just people want them. And Turok #1. People at home, if you don't know this, but I am collecting, I am working on a complete collection of Valiant. At least up through the Acclaim stuff. I don't know about the newer stuff. I'm iffy about that. But up to the Acclaim stuff, I am collecting. And there's a lot of Turok #1. There's so many of these of them out there. But this is my first one, so... And first one since I collected back in the 90s anyway. So, X-Men reprint, Classic X-Men #1, Classic X-Men #2, Classic X-Men #3, and there's that anniversary border. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm missing something. Can't tell. Sorry. Okay, Classic X-Men #24. Classic X-Men #32. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I'm talking about. Sam Keith's artwork. This is a Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine #90. Look at Sam Keith's work. I really liked his artwork. I liked it a lot. So, yeah. Oh, fuck, you're gonna make me edit. And it says X-Men, Uncanny X-Men #282, first appearance of Bishop. That's a really nice copy there, too. You know, you would think that, you know, with all these X-Men titles, all the key issues of X-Men going back up again, that this would be worth some money, but no, for whatever reason, it's not worth a whole lot. It's like worth $15. But I am glad to have it. And then Uncanny X-Men #232, older issue. I used to have that one. Uncanny X-Men #301. And look at that. Yeah! Hey, bub! Yeah! He's like, yeah! Oh, Dan, I love you, man. I absolutely do. I don't know. I mean, like, I need more friends like Dan to be sure. I mean, like, that's just awesome. So, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'm gonna wrap this up tomorrow. I'm gonna film the wrap up and opening tomorrow. So, all right, signing off for now. If you were to ever tell me that I would end up with a shit ton of X-Men, unless like they were like investment books or whatever, you know, like, you know, I would have told you that you're fucking crazy. But leave it to Dan. Leave it to Dan, one of my favorite people on the planet, to make me grateful for having X-Men in my life again. So I have a lot of work to do to bag and board all these wonderful gifts. And it's one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten, and each and every single one of these is going to stay in my collection and never leave. So I wanted to thank everybody who's been supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, or if you're a newcomer, I'd like to thank you for stopping by. And if you could you consider subscribing to the channel? I'm hoping to put out some more content. I wanted to thank Dan for his most generous gift. You know, when I used the little camera yesterday, I've been thinking about doing some live stream stuff on here, and I know that a lot of YouTubers tend to do that, and it's been crossing my mind. I got, I have a lot of friends that, I'd like to bring on board as guests, and, just shoot the shit and, talk about, whatever's, going on. Yeah, so if any of you would be interested in seeing a live stream from me, I don't know if I would, but if you would like to see a live stream from me, let me know. And this is going to be like the last little bit of cape shit for a while. The next box is the Zombie Fright box. It's a horror themed box. Seems to be pretty popular among the, it's basically like a glorified loot crate type thing. So I'll open that up sometime later this week and see what sort of shit tier normie shit I get. Peace. Oh, one more thing. Since I need something for the thumbnail, let's just do it now. Thank you.